Okay, so hello dear friends, welcome to the official platform of IISER Kolkata Campus Radio. This is a media house run by the students and for the students. It is a center of IISER Kolkata which just holds on the parts of excellence or something, the student talents or faculty talents. We hold on some interviews or something. So today we have the entire team of iGEM. You can see there are lots of members here. Yeah, hi. So, and iGEM of IISER Kolkata is actually the international genetically engineered machine of IISER Kolkata. Okay, so you can see. And now we will just begin with our questions. But before that, let's have some short, introductory sessions. So I will start from you. Please introduce yourself.
Hello everyone, I am Pratyay from 20MS. I am the dry lab head for this year's project, and I am basically managing the math components of this year's project.
Hello everyone, my name is Aniket Sabar, and I am currently a member of the wet lab team, and I'm also managing the finances as well as the sponsorship of the team, along with my teammates Baivab and Tannistha.
Hi, I am Avijit, and right now I am a part of both wet lab and human practice team, and sometimes I do wet lab work with some biomodeling.
Okay.
Hello everyone, my name is Kumar Saha. I am the team co-lead.
Hello everyone, I am Tannistha Roy. I am also the team co-lead along with Baivab. And there is no particular department specifically that I work in.
We oversee everything.
Yeah, so it's everything.
Hi everyone, I am Swarnendu from 20MS DPS. I mainly look into the human practices and talk to the external departments and organizations for our fundings and other stuff.
So hi, I am Tanusree Mondal from 20MS. I am the human practice head of this year's project, and sometimes I look into the wet lab part.
Hello everyone, I am Swarnendu Panda from 20MS. For this year's project, I am the wet lab head, and I am also a member of the human practices team.
Hello everyone, this is Sudipta Majumdar. I am a member of the wet lab team and also a part of human practices.
Hello, I am Saptarshi. I am a 22MS student, and I'm currently working in the dry lab team and as well as the human practices team.
Okay, so we had a glimpse of all the talents you could see, like among the seniors and juniors, the vivacity among all. We can just look around. So nevertheless, we'll just have a look at the questions. But I guess the phone is locked. Maybe some of you can open.
So yeah. Thank you for the crisp introduction. Coming to the questions, the first question is: how does it feel to be a part of this iGEM team?
It's bittersweet.
Could you please elaborate a bit?
Like the workload is obviously as everyone would expect, and it's just not work. You have to be dedicated towards the project's cause and everything. You have to be connected with people all the time. Sometimes it's hectic to keep up with all the semester load, but otherwise overall it's a experience of a college or a lifetime, you can say.
Okay, thank you. Anyone else would like to add anything?
For me, it is an amazing experience because I am an undergraduate student, and in this position, doing the real research work, somewhat like we planned the biomodeling from the scratch, and we apply those thinking of our thinking and make it real life. Solving a real life problem is a great opportunity for me.
Okay, that's pretty good. Anyone like to accompany them from this side? Yeah. Okay, the team head.
I think adding to what they said, definitely I do. So over than this, just they were mentioning it, building up from scratch. So not only about the research work, other than the research work, basically you need money for your project. You need to contact with different stakeholders. You need to contact with companies and stuff. So you get a wholesome experience of everything within this period of time in this iGEM period.
Okay, that explains a lot. Coming to the next question,
Yeah, so you all are working very hard to make the iGEM project a grand success ultimately. So you are here, you are dedicated for your project. So according to some, I have heard that people have to excuse their summer project to to focus on the goals or something of this iGEM. So anyone from here, like this side especially, would like to explain how you have excused your summer project and focused entirely on the iGEM?
Okay, so for me, I used to work in SD Lab, and even today I'm a part of SD Lab. So I was supposed to do a summer project in SD Lab for this summer, and sir had given me that task. But once in iGEM team, I thought of totally disregarding that project and totally dedicate myself to the iGEM project. Because first of all, this iGEM project as a whole, it is very time consuming, and it would be very difficult for me to manage both sides. So instead, I tried to focus more on the iGEM project and keep the project for some later time.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
like
good.
especially for the wet lab people, I can understand. You have to give your entire time.
Yeah, and it is very hard if you it is very hard as in during the summer we did most of the part of the project.
Right.
And because now the semester load with everything,
Yeah.
we're still feeling that we're working less, but we are so tired at the end of the day. But we are still working late nights, so it's very hectic. So being with no classes during the summer, we can fully dedicate ourselves to the project, and thus we get more output and we do most part of the project we complete most part of the project during summer. Yes.
Okay, so can you comment on how can you manage your biological clock or something like that if you have to work be a night owl and work I mean in every
We're still figuring out. We are still figuring
Okay,
out.
okay. That's an awesome answer I was looking for. Okay, ठीक है. Moving on to the next question.
So
Also,
the next question is, so the PIs must have been very supportive to you all in developing this project. So in what exact means have their support been very recognizable?
Like one thing I can remember is there have been a lot of times where there has been disunity within the team. There has been conflicts, and I think that is natural for any team. But during those times, what we tried to do is we contacted our PI and we discussed the whole entire thing with the PI, and it was the task of the PI to solve the problem for us, basically, to manage the integrity of the team. And our PI, Supratim sir, has been very supportive from the very beginning, and to be very honest, he has been one of the pillars because of which we have been able to progress, make such a progress.
So it will be safe to say that your PI Supratim sir is the glue that binds the team together.
Yes.
Not only Supratim sir, it's Rumi ma'am also.
Yes,
Since,
exactly.
frankly speaking, this IGM mainly is from DPS, we all know, but TPS has an integral part. Like Pratyay is doing the math modeling, so am I there as a part of the DPS. The fact is that when the math modeling has to be done, so there has to be someone who oversees that part, because biology एक तरफ से चलेगा, but to support that, how mathematically we run it, if possible to make an electrical circuit out of it, if possible to solve the non-linear dynamics of it, we need to have someone in a special from that field. And Rumi ma'am has helped us a lot. And frankly speaking, if we call her at the night also, we know that she is there to help us, like a team. So, I mean, she's a co-PI, but she's a part of the team.
That's great. That's a great unity among the team where everyone supports each other. So
Just
yeah.
before we move on, and there's also another PI, Sushmita ma'am from DCS, and she has recently joined us, but in this very short period of time, she has helped us in incredible ways. If it wasn't for her, one part of the math model would not have been done, which is now in progress and almost done.
That's a great news.
Yeah.
We hope you succeed in what you do.
Yes,
Definitely.
thank you.
So in this case, we can talk about Aniket ma'am also. She is helping in human practice party a lot.
So the takeaway point should be the entire iGEM team gets supported from the entire faculty, fraternity, and everyone from IISER Kolkata.
And one more point, what I would like to add is it's not just limited to our institute.
Yes.
So sometimes there are things that cannot be found in IISER Kolkata. Some things that cannot be obtained. For example, like the model organism that we are working with right now. So we received support from like outside IISER Kolkata also. So the model organism, that is Xanthomonas, which we are working with, was actually procured from CDFD Hyderabad, and that was possible because of and also from CCNB. So, and while developing some parts of the project, every part needs some or the other kind of validation. So for every or the other part of the project, every component of the project, we are discussing not just professors from IISER Kolkata, even professors from IISc Bangalore, okay, and CCMB, CDF, like all of them. So BCKV also, like they also have played like our recent some of the human practices part and like developing of the project. So basically, iGEM is not just limited to our PIs; it's a whole expansion of interaction with professors and developing our
The whole
project.
scientific community.
It's a scientific community.
Big happy family.
Yeah, sort of like that. So that's great, and for any projects to come up with, we need some good financial or some support from the production house or something like that. Pratyay or Aniket is the finance head, right? Aniket is the finance head. That's great. You are a perfect person for the finance head. Yeah, nevertheless.
Could you elaborate?
No, I won't elaborate on this matter. The members are required to elaborate on this. Okay. And so we have disclosed in the iGEM Instagram post, we have been like recently looking up to, like the New England Biolabs, if I'm not wrong, is the production house for the genetic research or something. So how did the team approach the production house, or it is like the iGEM which itself approached the team or something?
So basically, I didn't bring up New England Biolabs. I'm just handling the stuff. Baivab and Tannistha also are a part of the team, the finance handling and sponsorship team, and it was because of Tannistha that we got New England Biolabs.
That's good.
That's one of the things that I would like to add on. I think she has the better idea of how she approached
So
them.
basically, we were going through like iGEM is a very huge community all around the world. So there are several companies who are sitting for this opportunity, because as in it's a like it'll be of huge profit to them as well as to students by supporting science, right? So basically, there are multiple companies, multiple startups, biotechnology startups that around the world who support iGEM. So NEP is one of it. NEP has a portal where it supports non-US iGEM teams. So we found out that it is supporting iGEM teams this year, and then we went to them, we approached them, and then that's how we got it. So all thanks to New England Biolabs itself, that they're supporting so many teams around the world.
Shout out to New England Biolabs.
Yeah, keep people great. That's great. Like for finance, I must think, and like you must think that they are the supporting pillar behind the fruitfulness of the program or scheme. That's great.
It's not just in New England Biolabs. Our institute has a larger role in supporting for the project.
Many more companies also.
It's not just New England Biolabs. There are other companies.
Right.
We recently got AdGene.
Yeah, we
won also
GenScript plasmid.
Yeah, recently we just got it.
Shout out to every company.
We must be there.
So, coming to the next question, any funny incident that you would like to share that you encountered while developing this project?
And everyone should participate in this. This is some
You can expose each other.
Yeah, of course.
Tell a limit.
It can be like between the members, some incidents, like what I do in chemistry labs. I don't know anything about chemistry. I just go there, break a column's neck, break a reservoir, break a RV, round water flask, and come back. Okay? Learning nothing.
Of course.
You must not be saying it in the interview, please. So
Don't take this part of
told it, right?
Never be this. Yeah. So any fun incident, we will start from the junior most member of our team.
Yeah, one funny incident was we were on an outreach spree where
this one.
where we were going to all schools and like giving lectures in the sense we were sharing what we are doing, what is synthetic biology and everything to high school students and also to lower class students. So in one school we went in Kalyani. Can we say that name?
No, don't. No. So this was one of the school visits that it took place, and
Okay.
Saptarshi was the main starting point of the. Yeah, let him just say.
So we went in our normal attire, which was tracksuits and t-shirt. So
Only he went. We didn't go.
Okay. So we went. I was the first one to arrive in the school, so I went to the principal's office, knocked and entered. He said wait outside. So I waited for 10-20 minutes, then went again, knocked, and then he told me to enter, and he's saying ki beta, I can't allow you to present or teach. So I asked why. So he said you are not in a formal attire. So then I came out. I wanted to say something, but then controlled myself and came out. And then all bhaiyas came, bhaiya and didi. Then they went in. Then also he wouldn't be convinced. They also came out. Then we cursed him nicely, and then went home.
That's the only thing you must do at this moment. I mean, that's a really pathetic for you as well, you know. Okay, that's.
I think it was mentioned. I wasn't there, but my team members mentioned that they told that in IISER professors even teach in half time. So they were shocked. Like the principal said that, as far as I remember, the principal said, "I am surprised to see that in such a reputed institute the professors are doing this."
Let's change the topic. Yeah, it's okay in their own matters, you know. So. That's great. Avijit has not spoken since long. You must.
He is the king of the team.
Okay. It is looking by the expression of his face, you know.
The most funniest part of the most funniest parts of the project, you will find Avijit related to it.
So you are the main kingpin of this, discussion. So you must start along what you do, and I will hear from the rest of the members what you do.
I can tell you a story.
Sure. Yes.
Once we went in a government school here, and we are performing one chemistry experiment. And we took some H2O2. Don't know what happened to that. We mix all those reagents and put the H2O2, and we expect that there is a boom happening, but it's
you can get it right now. Why we?
I must include in my chemistry project. Nevertheless, go on. Yeah.
And we just add the H2O2 and just and
the experiment failed.
Yeah. And all the children just look on us, and we then I have to call Aniket to bring the H2O2 from the institute. He just ran away from. He actually went for the mess, and without eating his food, he just.
I was sleeping. Literally, I was sleeping at that moment.
Actually, I was in the lab.
Yeah.
And I was actually working with the centrifuge, and then he called me that he needed the H2O2, so I had to hurry.
So we feel very embarrassed that day.
That was
and after that, Baivab show them the experiment in the tiffin time. You can
And
share
it
your
happens
experiment.
every
What-
time with Avijit.
And it happens every time with
I mean, his facial expression sort of tells that there is something fishy around in the pot, you know.
So
And,
one more thing I can add about this. So basically, there was a 5-day summer camp in a school we had organized. So what happened was the first day, me, Tanusree and Soumyajit went. So we were teaching that day, okay. And what after the whole session, they gave us a pack of like chicken biryani, okay. So we were like,
Before that, like lamp lighting, we did not expect.
so we did not expect anything. So we just told everyone, and Avijit was like, "Man, you are getting biryani, man. Okay, just let me join it." So the next day he went. He goes. He finds a packet of Mio More, and he's like, "Man."
And last day,
Last day
we
we
will
also
just go for the food.
Yeah, Avijit was like, last day definitely they are giving something good, definitely, and he knew, and he was right. So we literally got 3 packets of biryani, 3 to 4 packets of biryani, sweets,
Plus
Mio
Miyamori.
plus Miyamori, everything. So Avijit was like, done, dinner, lunch, everything done for today. I'm taking everything.
I have one question. Was the chicken biryani better than the mess?
Yeah, definitely.
Like one thing happened. Soumyajit did not Soumyajit not eat like.
Did not eat his.
नहीं.
Hindi बोल बोलो साहब
बांग्ला बोल.
Opened the packet and then searching for the chicken. But for 10 to 15 minutes,
Murgi
chicken
urgi.
was not there.
Yeah.
So
He was the actual chicken, not
Murgi urgi.
then he thought like they just gave
Give the
us
aloo biryani.
aloo biryani. He decided to not to eat. Then after 15 to 20 minutes, he found like a stone.
Stone?
Like stone kind
Really
of
a stone?
No, like stone kind of thing, and that was the chicken piece.
I was thinking you must have called the DES department to your rescue. Maybe they could study the stone, morphology and these stuffs, and they could just
Paleontology.
Yeah, I mean any kind of
Chicken
logic.
buffet.
The whole day and whole the car. So we talked about the chicken biryani, but he found that it was the aloo biryani. But then he discovered the chicken from that. Then one more thing happened for government school में. So the students at the end they asked us for the signatures. So we gave, and then anyone can tell it funny.
I don't remember what happened.
I don't know. पिक्चर में
अरे
सब
बांग्ला
टोपी
बोलना
टोपी
भाई,
जाती लो
चाप
ना. सब
All the
WhatsApp
girls?
में.
All the girls of the
Of the school.
Dada, please give one.
Not only Dada, Instagram ID please.
You are the actual face, the representative of the society, it seems.
Actually, when the experiment gone wrong,
He could connect more with the girls
Hey, don't say that.
Yes.
Really?
because other than the scientific discussion, he also brought in the discussions of
Non-scientific stuff. Please. Okay.
They like it most.
Yeah, they liked him very much.
and that time I only found
He
that
was
doing
jealous.
science.
Exactly.
We,
They just to flex, they also came to me.
That's the main thing you should be proud of.
Thank you. I am proud.
But that time I found out that science can also make you feel like celebrity because they are asked about the autograph. And one more thing I want to tell, like a funny fact about the Baivab. Like after 12, if you explain something to Baivab, after 5 minutes you find that Baivab is sleeping.
Oh man, I can relate.
Yeah, he can relate with.
So it was.
There are lots of teachers, it seems.
Yeah, it was probably before one seminar presentation where sadly Baivab had to explain the math part or something, and since I was taking care of that particular model, I had to explain that to him. It was really early. It wasn't even like 12. It was 9:45 or something.
No, not possible.
It wasn't straight after 11. Okay, it was before 11, way before 11, and I was explaining, and I explained for like 6 to 7 minutes straight away, and I was thinking he's nodding, he's understanding, fine, and then suddenly I discovered his eyes are closed. So I was like, bro, like just can you tell me what I said last time? And turns out he didn't remember a single word I uttered in the last 6 minutes. I had to go over once again.
Yes, I was tired.
So basically, if you find Baivab sleeping anywhere in the lobby or
You
even yesterday it happened with Tannistha. She is like, I'm going to lock the lab, so Baivab, your things are there, and I was like, you will find him in lobby. Just go there. So if anyone finds him in the lobby, please wake him up and remind him to go back to his room.
Also, that's how much hard work we're doing,
Yeah.
guys.
Please.
That adds up to the efforts.
Exactly.
It is that's really great. Anything from your end? Sudipta, maybe? Like you have recorded or witnessed. Okay, you do one thing, you tell about other members, like what other members do, like pareshan karte hai or something, whatever you like. So.
No, one incident I remember that once in a lab our tap was leaked and so the water means spilled all over the lab, and then
Was it water only or some chemicals and
it was water only, and
Okay.
then we had to clean with bathroom mops and all,
Huh?
whole lab.
Okay, so it seems he was not there.
Yeah.
And who cleaned it? You can also mention that.
Avijit, Swarnendu Panda.
Shout out.
Shout out. Also, Avijit was the reason.
Yeah.
So
Again, Avijit is also
Again, Avijit was the reason.
we are the
See,
wetland.
you're the reason and everyone has to suffer. Is it the fact?
You are the reason why everyone is having fun.
Actually, I am cleaning the room and they are just
Mocking me.
take my video.
So let's not go deep into that.
Yeah.
Let's move on to the next.
Yeah,
question.
sure. So again, a bit of moving on to the serious part. What do you think, like to everyone? A question to everyone that what new skills you have acquired after having started working in this project, with this iGEM project? Like any new skills, like any instrumentation methods, any programming skills or something?
So basically, I think me and Saptarshi like were the wet lab members, are the wet lab members right now. So I didn't work in a bio lab before this. I had worked in chemistry lab, like just like you work in organic synthesis. Okay,
Oh my
so
God.
I'm well aware with the methods of those. So I just entered into bio lab and these guys taught me a lot of things. So one part of the thing was that I just learned the basics of everything, the basic molecular biology techniques and all, and that was the new thing for me itself, learning to actually work in a proper biology lab.
Okay, so one thing I would like to add that before this, when I used to work in lab, let's say I was doing an experiment. For example, let's say it's as simple as a PCR reaction. If I was supposed to set up a PCR reaction, what happened was that my seniors would provide all the reagents, and I would just pipette it, mix it, and put it in the PCR machine. And when I used to do that, I thought it is such a boring task. Why did they want me to do this? It is such a boring task. But now that I have to do all the means I have to set up a PCR reaction for iGEM, I have to actually do it from the very scratch, like all the reagents which my seniors used to provide. I have to prepare them from the scratch, and now I actually remember that why they allowed me to do only the last bit of it and not the entire thing, because I think that is also a very big skill that I never learned in lab, because my seniors used to do much of the work and I saw only that last bit of it. So I never used to learn it in lab. I learned only because of iGEM.
I think Tannistha and Avijit, like they were designing the gene circuits, so they learned a lot of they did a lot of in silico work. I think they would like to, they can add on to this movement, like.
Yeah,
that
like, it was a lot of. I had learned all of this before while in my last summer, and when I was working in the protein engineering lab. So, but then here I had to do it all like single-handedly with Avijit, Vaibhav, both of them. So, like to be honest, it comes with a responsibility. So, even if there is a slight bit of mistake, your whole planning of the experiments, everything goes wrong, and it is your project. Like it is just like it is like you're setting up your own lab. Like each one of us feel that way, because even if a small minor mistake we make, it can ruin the whole project. So with that amount of responsibility, you have to design everything, and then you have to also there is this huge part of communicating with companies to get those products and everything for our experiments and everything.
Yes.
Like it's like setting up a lab from scratch, and I think each one of us have done that in some way or the other. And so yes, that's a huge learning. The responsibility that comes with it, and making it successful. Like how we can do that. So figuring out the whole process. That is something we all learn.
We can compare it to like constructing a new house to dwell in or something like that. Maybe. Ultimately, lab is your house during the project, or
So also I experienced thinking something and doing it in real life is very much hurdle because we just designed the whole gene circuit, and when we went for the ordering those circuit, we found out that they can't synthesize this because of the complexity issue, or that we have to change the whole sequence. And also I learned a new concept like CRISPR-Cas9, the revolutionary gene editing technology. We are using that. So for this I have to read multiple papers, and I acquire a little bit paper reading skill also.
And also I want to mention one thing, that the Cas protein that we are using, FN-Cas12a, that entire credit goes to him only, because he is the one who suggested that idea, to give that idea.
That is great. So you are other than doing funny incidents, like master of
everything.
Yeah. So you are really doing a great job, it seems. That's great.
So, coming to the next question, what motivated you all to be a part of iGEM team?
Okay, so
Well, I can start. We joined in late 2020, and the first few things we got to know about IISER iGEM was one of them, because at that time we were finding huge success in iGEM, because our institute was getting back-to-back golds in iGEM projects, and the seniors also introduced the project to us in a very elegant manner. So I was sort of motivated from the first year only. I tried to make a math modeling project proposal for that year. Sadly, first year I couldn't do. Second year I did, and then we got selected to the second round of the interview. Then the entire project got cancelled. This time though, it was happening, and finally I was really happy to be a part of that. So one of the few motivations is always there, the academic motivation, that is you'd get to know so many things and you'd get to work on a actual open problem that is a real life problem. But other than that, the parts that nobody would mention is the way it is introduced to the IISER Kolkata fraternity over here, and how junior batches get the exposure about these things you don't get in other places. That is one of the main motivations for me to get into this project in the first place.
the same I can apply for me and Baivab. So we have been trying. Not exactly the same, but it's like we have been trying since our first year. I think Baivab and I had been trying from first, second, and we had one more guy, GP. So three of us were trying since the first and second year. So what actually motivated us to do was Baivab and I were part of our science exhibition since our school days. So it was inculcated from us since our school days itself that you can work on a self-sufficient project. So that gives you a better understanding of how things get to be done. So that's what Baivab and I got connected with, and we found out that there is something similar going on in our college, that is iGEM. And one of the main reasons was that you get to work on your own project. You start from scratch. That's the whole part of it, and you get to meet and talk with different people from all over, not just IISER Kolkata, all over India.
It's such a global
Not only
phenomenon.
India, all over the world.
It's actually all over the world. So Baivab and I wanted to be a part of that specific experience that iGEM could have provided, because we have been doing this since our school days. He was a part of his state regional state team of science exhibition. I was a part of my national team of my science exhibition. So that's what motivated us. The main thing was to build up a project for not just for us, to solve a real life problem, as Pratyay was saying, and how we can actually apply them in real world. And yeah, that's actually what motivated us to. For me, me and Baivab.
I mean, and on the topic and everything, as far as the thing is concerned, it is a type of synthetic biology type of project, right? I mean,
It is exactly synthetic
biology. It is synthetic biology. So, one second, who are from DBS here? Just raise their hands or something.
Me and Pratyay.
Okay.
No,
Saptarshi doesn't have a...
He decided, so he cast less. Yeah. Okay, that's good. So, people, what have I mean, what has exactly inspired you to like spread awareness about synthetic biology? Or rather, I would paraphrase the question as like, let's say someone isn't from this background. Okay, someone, let's say I am from distant village area, some unknown remote area. So I don't know about synthetic biology. How will you explain the project to me, who isn't from the entire synthetic biology background?
So you want us to introduce our project?
Yes.
In a layman language.
Yeah.
So maybe you can wait for like a few more days and we'll do the project reveal officially.
Okay, that's good.
Perfect.
That adds you to the
Diplomatic.
Yeah.
No, but
that's
the
true.
point is the project can be explained to
In a better way,
ninth. No.
Okay.
And the project was explained to 9th graders, 10th graders. So it's not that those who are not related to synthetic biology cannot understand. So what is synthetic biology? It's biology with chemistry, with physics, with math and
Yes.
engineering. So every background can have a fair amount of understanding of the project.
Yeah.
So stay tuned for the project reveal.
Yeah, definitely. You must stay tuned. That's the sort of excitement.
Coming soon.
Yeah.
So coming to another fun question.
Yeah.
So suppose you need to give a superhero character to your project.
Okay.
So what superhero would you choose and why?
Like as in there's a menu of superheroes from which we can choose.
Any one of yours.
Any.
Yeah,
I
please.
think Avijit has something.
Please.
Yeah, he is the superhero of this project.
Alright.
Let us think. How what?
He has an
Iron Man,
idea.
yes. Maybe Iron Man.
Iron Man.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be from the Marvel DC.
It is from the universal.
It can be Shaktiman as well.
It should be Shaktiman.
Okay.
Why? Because our project is so much related to our country. Okay.
Yeah.
So Shaktiman being the origin, like it is the origin of India, like it's an Indian origin superstar. So like whatever, call it superstar, whatever. So whatever, yeah. So basically, our project is so much rooted to the the problem of India. Like it is related to agriculture, which is the largest, how do you say, contributor to the economy of our country, and the rural India where agriculture is largely done. They are the representation of our country. Like India is known to be the agricultural economic country. So our project is so much related to our home, that is India, and that is why I feel Shaktiman should represent it.
Chota Bheem.
Yeah, that Chota Bheem can also do.
Chota Bheem will throw laddus.
Yeah, so anything.
He consumes more laddus than he says.
Mighty Raju.
Yeah, Mighty Raju, every Indian origin.
I want to add you know about Ben 10.
Of course,
That is my
Who doesn't
childhood
know?
fantasy. So what happened? There is a character in Ben 10, the Swamp Fire.
Yeah.
Oh.
I
Right.
had been a great
Yeah.
fan of Ben 10. I mean, till my 5th grade or something.
So after we reveal our project, you can find much similarity with that character. I can give you
Okay.
some hint.
That sort of hint you
For
must
the
provide
first
that?
thing, it's related to a tree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tree
Okay.
and
Plant.
vesicles.
Oh yeah, there are many things.
So you guys clearly don't know Swampfire.
I definitely know about him. He is like, it's
Nah, he last
so-
watched in
yeah.
5th class, man.
Yeah.
How can he remember?
I mean, come
Yeah,
on.
it
man.
was 5th class, come on,
I'm
man. I
still a
agree
fan,
with you.
like, I used to watch every day, every single night and morning all the time. Like you should be the biggest fan of Ben 10.
This is same apply for me.
Yeah, like that's
Sometimes
very
I,
good.
in the crowd, I just feel myself a character of the crowd. Give me some strength.
Please don't give him a watch.
Not
You will never
child.
I will assure you of that.
Have you found your OnlyFlix?
Not yet.
Hand is empty.
I just
His hand is empty now.
the omelettes in my hand and just press.
That's great.
My God. Okay, so again, so there are some goals or achievements with some project which you must cope up with after the project is done, revealed, like everything is done. So what do you think the goal or achievement that can be a plausible outcome of your project, iGEM project?
What are your expectations for
Yes,
this project?
of course.
So we're using outer membrane vesicles of gram-negative bacteria. Not to
Yeah,
say-
you can just-
That is-
yeah, okay, there should be a cut.
This is not.
How do you say something?
It's general, like
So basically-
very general.
I can drop it about.
Okay, so moving on to the next thing, like if a project is done, there must be some like achievements or goals that you will look upon to. So what do you think, like any goal or achievement or accomplishment you can do after the project is done or something, like the delay is over or something like that?
So,
Anyone? Yeah.
yeah,
Please.
so I think Tannistha can add on this.
Why are you continuously putting the burden?
I mean, okay. So, okay. Let me just add on. So basically, the project that we are developing, the techniques that we are trying to build up and design upon, can help the scientific community as well as not just the scientific community. We are doing it for the farmers, right? And everyone related to the agriculture, especially. So the techniques we are developing what we are developing is like with a goal to help all these stakeholders who are related to the project, like the scientific community, the agriculture community, everyone who are involved specifically in this. And it's not just limited to this, because there are some other kind of like the project has different parts, okay? So there are some parts which won't be just limited to the agriculture community, which can be applied in the healthcare community as well. So yeah, the main motivation is to just contribute something for the society with the amount of limited resources that we have with us. I think that's one of the important aspects that is helping us develop the project.
I think I would like to add on to what Aniket said. So I think one of the greatest accomplishment for us will be if we see our the project to be coming into reality into the market.
Right.
So whatever we are experimenting with, whatever we are showing in the lab, if it actually comes in the market and is helpful actually to the farmers for whom we are doing. So actually our main stakeholder is the farmer, because after all the whatever we eat is produced by them. So we are trying to help them. So if we are able to do at least, if not completely, at least in some way we are able to help them. So I think we have achieved success for our project.
It's ultimately the welfare of the society, like ek ka bhala, sabka bhala, so like that.
Yeah.
That's really good.
So that's a very great initiative on your part. Coming to the last question of the night, what advice would you give to future iGEM enthusiasts and future iGEM participants? Any advice from your side?
I would say that even though it can be out of my experience, if you are a part of an iGEM team or if you are an iGEM enthusiast, I would say that do it with your whole dedication and your dedication and completely dedicated to the project, because that is very important for a project success. And I think dedication is important for everything you do in your life. And on top of it, this iGEM is like a period of time where you experience many things. Not just you learn scientifically, you learn many other things apart from that. You learn human relations, you learn how to cooperate in a team, you learn how to speak with others.
You learn discipline.
Yeah, you learn discipline, you learn time management. So it's not just science that you're doing, it's something just more than that.
Complete package or
It's a complete package of everything. So like if you're coming, if you're an iGEM enthusiast, I would say that you do it wholeheartedly and not just for the sake of
For the resume, like don't think of it something like it just looks something good on your resume,
good on your CV
or you
something.
get to
It's an experience. it's an experience of a
Experience,
lifetime. Yeah, and just experience and enjoy it.
And learn.
Also, yeah, one more thing I would like to add is like many those who applied, I think most of them are confused. If I'm not from a biology department, can I do it? Can I go?
Exactly.
So, iGEM is something which incorporates, just like many of us already mentioned, it incorporates parts and pieces of everything. It's not just biology. It incorporates physics, chemistry, maths in some way or other, definitely. So I would just say go for it. Just give it a try, because the experience you'll get is worth it.
Yeah, I would like to expand on Baivab's topic. So, like this is especially for the juniors, those who are taking physics, going into modeling kind of things, or even taking maths or computer science. Uh, just don't think iGEM of something explicitly to the bio majors or something like that, because the math modeling part includes some of the very fundamental concepts in programming, in model making, and even in mathematics and physics per se. So we need people from a mathematically strong background, because most of the times when people are strong in biological or chemical backgrounds, they can't do the same amount of math modeling that a physics major or math major can do. So those of you who are taking physics, those who have, you are into modeling and into biological systems, or even if not that, that is not the case, then also just give it a try. Read about it and just see for yourself what is it all about. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. And if you decide that it is something you would be interested in, just give it a shot. It would be worth it, as they mentioned.
Yeah, because like as Pratyay was saying, it's not just about the biology part. Some things that cannot be explained with biology needs to be explained with the help of maths.
Yes.
And that is actually required for explaining a lot of things which can't be understood with just the amount of resources that you have. So in that way, I would add up on something.
So I also have some advice for my juniors. Like if someone is interested to join the future iGEM team, they have to write a proposal. So they can think any problem, real life problem now also, and if they find this is exciting for them, they can start looking upon the synthetic biology part, how they can solve this. And we know that synthetic biology is a very vast technique. You can synthesize many chemical compounds using a animal model, and many problems can be solved by synthetic biology. So they can thought upon this.
And yeah, one more thing that I would like to add is, while developing the project, you just don't have to limit yourself to lab, papers, and computer. You get to experience, like Tanusree, as she is the human practices head. She has interacted with a lot of people while developing our parts of our project. Like she actually visited farm fields to interact with farmers, and like we also were part of the visits that we conducted. Like so. Basically, you actually go to field and think what can be done further. So that is one of the essential components that needs to be learned, and basically you need to think about it thoroughly, because it's not just limited to your labs and sitting in front of a computer and you will think that I can solve anything, like any kind of problem. You interact with people and you understand and learn a lot of things. That's one of the interesting aspects of iGEM that I would suggest.
You see.
So anything from this side?
Yeah. Tanusree, like as you mentioned,
yeah, I
used to be the
definitely
main-
wanted to speak
yeah,
about that.
Yeah, she used to be the
Because
kingpin of the thing.
human practices is the most extreme important part of the project, I feel.
Like I can say, I have learned to interact with the people. Especially, I have not get that much exposure before to interact with like lots of people. I have interacted. So I have learned. I have enjoyed the way they encouraged us, loved us. We are happy.
That's of a certain inspiration. Yeah. You must be happy after what you work upon or something.
You're enriched.
So everyone who wants to participate in iGEM, they will learn a lot of things, lab work, these people interaction, like everything. So
I think for the human practices part, what was the most important thing was that we interacted with a variety of people, starting from children to experts in the field, stakeholders, farmers. Like before this, or I don't think even after this, we will be able to communicate with such variety of people within such a short period of time. Like this is a big takeaway and a very wholesome experience.
And
Yeah, like even Tanusree has a WhatsApp group with children. Like,
Okay.
basically, she is giving education counseling right now.
Everyone just contacting
She is like cheering new generation up. कि करो भाई लोग तुम अभी.
She is like guiding
Yeah.
everyone right now.
Yeah.
like we are happy to learn, like teach them synthetic biology and various stuff. Like we have not only teach them synthetic biology, we have teach them various disciplines in synthetic biology like physics, mathematical aspects, chemical aspects. So like I am telling, we are happy just happy. Their reaction, their feedbacks, that's what amazing.
Also, I would like to add one part, like in the research part also. Like if you are working in a lab or in a summer internship, you are working under some PhD mentors or somebody. So it's like whatever you do is monitored and guided by them. But once you are doing something like iGEM, it's completely upon you. So you are designing your own experiment. You are experimenting and validating whether your hypothesis is correct or wrong. You have to optimize based on what you get the results. So it's I would say it's not like once when you're working in a summer internship or something, it's like a pre-designed protocol which you're simply following and you're just continuing it. But here you are doing it on your own. So that's a very I would say very unique experience that something like iGEM gives you. So if you want, definitely challenging and fun. So it's definitely challenging because you would find that you would require some techniques or something which you don't have any idea about, or might be possible that you require the materials which are not available in your institute. So you have to in some way communicate and contact and gather all those. You have to do this experiment, and it doesn't matter whether it is successful or not, but the thing that you are actually trying it out, you are actually working out your idea, and if it gets success, you definitely are very happy. If it doesn't, you at least learn that this is not the way and you have to change it. So all of these experiences I think matters a lot when in the academic field in general. I would say, like if you're continuing in the research and academia, I think all of this experience you are building up, putting up and building up all of this.
Yeah, like I would like to sum it up in such a way. So iGEM has this thing: design, build, test, learn. You design your project, you build upon it, you test if it runs, and if it fails, you learn from it. So this is the whole cycle throughout the project that we do. It's not just through experiments and lab work that we learn from it. It is actually like you experience your whole life in this 6 months. As in, you design, you think of something, and then you work hard on it, and then multiple times you will fail, but then you again learn, and then you again rise, and then you again do the whole process again and again. So it's just an amazing experience that you will enjoy.
So we can say that iGEM is an all-round experience.
You interact with a lot of people, like everyone,
and simultaneously you do batting, bowling, fielding, wicket keeping maybe. So yeah, it's
we are the umpires and we are.
That's what I was gonna add.
So Aniket have some lab managing like experience.
He is the ultimate boss, it seems.
No.
He become our
ultimate boss was sitting there.
तुम दोनों ही boss हो.
ऐसा नहीं है.
In some way or the other. And coming back to Saptarshi, like you are the junior most member of this iGEM project.
Adrika is also there.
She cannot, like she is not present at this moment due to unavoidable circumstances. So how will you describe to the juniors? Like you are currently in your second year, running in your second year. So
No, he joined during first year. He's
yeah, he
sincerely
joined your
considering
first year. So how would you like to say, like in the same question, okay, in the same flow of the question, like how much challenging it was for you or something, like you would mention it to your juniors, like to the 23 ms, 24 ms maybe, and so on.
25.
Yeah, I think there is a lot of X and Y ms. Okay,
21 ms.
Huh?
So,
Hey, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
wait a minute, you 21 ms is a junior?
No.
Not junior, but they're not there.
Okay. Wow, that's good. Yeah, you can pitch up your advice note to the junior.
Yeah. Okay. So think of new ideas. New in the sense novel in every way. Of course, that is very difficult, but those are the teams that win, I guess. And if you can't do, it's alright, completely alright. But but try doing that. You are the youngest. You'll be the youngest member if you join.
Not 21 ms.
Not 21 ms. But if you join, try pitching up crazy ideas at first. Waste your time on it, and then settle on boring ideas if you can't find crazy ideas. So that is what I learned. Feasibility is very important. They made me learn it the hard way. That if it is not feasible, then it is not. At least see, we are working in India in IISER Kolkata. That's not a bad thing, but. But there are constraints, and we need to think about those things. So we need to think about the constraints and then design everything thinking about the constraints. But in silico meaning whatever designing you can do, like imagination, whatever imagination you have, that is the only limit. So my advice to juniors is try. Don't see. At first, what happened to me was I didn't have biology in my 11th, 12th, but I applied for the biomodeling part. So I had to do some learning thing. I learned very little, but I then made a project. So what I did was, whatever I learned, I applied it, and it was sound on whatever knowledge I had. So sir knew I knew nothing, but he knew maybe that what I knew, I knew. So that
2023.
whatever you learn, apply it nicely and do the project. In the first year only, it is very important to do the project. Then you'll understand it's not a very big deal to get into the team.
You can take one initiative of Saptarshi giving away.
I think you guys should organize one separate individual support.
Yeah, sure. We'll have to do that. Okay, so that's really to hear about Saptarshi, and someone else who would like to comment on Saptarshi especially?
Please.
Please.
Aniket?
No, he's the professor of our team. Like
Yeah, he seems to be the professor. Like
Gets the girls.
Yeah.
Yeah, he gets the girls.
Dance the head of like okay, that's you can like scold Swarnendu especially, you know, like if he wants to like talk too much or something like that, definitely.
Please.
Little invincible.
Invincible, yes, exactly. Is invincible.
Invisible.
No. Oh.
Both of them.
That's good. So, Sabar was commenting upon something about Saptarshi. What was the comment?
I think we can leave that.
Yeah.
Okay. It seems something is fishy, but we can leave the.
Let's not go
comment.
deeper.
Yeah, sure.
Most of the team, and we really like whatever he puts up, and we also, since he's a junior most, we can see ourselves in his place when we were in first year, and we also like think, okay, we would have done the same thing or something like that.
Also for
So
the feasibility
we tell
work.
him that whatever is like according to our judgment might be right or wrong, and he also is ready to learn every time, and I hope you will.
And it's not like
Yeah.
it's not like whatever we order him, he just listens silently. He counter argues.
Yes,
So
that
he
was
gives
the
a good amount of
That's a
argument.
very good thing.
That's
I
a
think.
actually a very good
Except
thing.
just the way he actually analyzes it in himself. He
Yeah.
doesn't. I mean, he doesn't agree to the point till the point that
He's
he's completely convinced.
convinced him.
He
And
needs-
that's a very good thing.
Yes.
Exactly.
That's a very good thing.
So he accepts his defeat only after a constructive criticism that we actually
Ah.
give him.
And that is
So-
that is the true, like that is science. You should never
Exactly.
be happy with what is there.
Exactly.
That's really great.
Yes.
Okay,
But
so
the
that's
fact that being in like just in a first year, second year,
Yeah.
doing all of this along with classes,
Yeah.
because we all know first year, second year are very hectic.
it's very difficult to
So I
manage.
think
yeah.
it's very commendable what Adrika and Saptarshi
So,
are doing.
Adrika.
Both of them, yeah.
That's great. That's great what
So
you
that-
all are doing ultimately. As I already said, all of you are all-rounders. You have been amazing people, like with rich talents and skills. So that you can see people like the jewels are here. Okay, so let's give a big shout out to the team. Okay, so that's really great. Like each of the people are doing a really commendable. Okay, so that brings us to the end of the discussion right now. So like these people are filled with talents, and we must nurture like everyone. Please,
Yes.
I am certainly like not capable of doing all these.
No, you are. You should.
I must not be. Please
Shahid.
excuse me in this regard.
Shahid is a great guy. His love for
भाई
chemistry.
मतलब तू हिंदी में बोला क्या मुझे? I was just thinking of that. Okay, so never mind. If you people are thinking upon like nurturing their, like supporting them or nurturing their talents or something like that, we have a crowdfunding project for this entire thing. There is a Keto site for this crowdfunding. The QR code and the link will be given in the description of this YouTube video. And anyone like to comment about the crowdfunding or something, maybe?
Yeah, the crowdfunding will be directly used for our experimental purposes. We will be using it for the benefit of the project, and we are in dire need of it. As in, it will help us develop the project more and reach the goals that we have set. So it will be really
Yeah.
helpful.
So please stand by all of us, the iGEM team members. You can see once they prosper, like it will be a great project of deal. So please make sure they succeed and bring us once again the gold medal. So cheers to iGEM team IISER Kolkata. People race. So that brings us to the end of the discussion right now. So once again, thanks a lot to the entire iGEM team. So round of applause please for your gracious presence and also the dear audience for bearing with all of us, especially me. I have been blabbering since long. I always used to blabber or something, some nonsense kind of things and all. So that's
Thank you to Campus Radio for inviting us.
okay, sure. Yeah, moment of appreciation. Thank you, please.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much, and thank you for being
Organizing it.
organizing and being such
Our
good
pleasure. Our
Host.
pleasure.
host.
Yeah.
That's also shout out to all the members of the team of the family who are being supporting the technical stuffs and all. So it's great to all the members who are somewhat or the other related to this entire thing. So that's it, guys. Stay tuned for the next video of Campus Radio. Till then, tada, goodbye.